What's up, sports bettors? I've already given out these three player props to turn 250 into 1.5K. But I have another entry on Underdog Fantasy to turn 250 into 5K. 250, five player props need to win. To win 5K, there's no reason we can't win them all, and we're going to win them all. So let's go ahead and let's get into it. And what's crazy about this is on DraftKings, this same five leg parlay, five picks, $250 stake would only net you 3.2K. So we're getting a ton of value on all of these player props on Underdog Fantasy, which I'm going to show you here in a second. So all of my plays are going to be positive EV. And the first one we're going to go with, once again, because it was so incredible, is Dylan Cousins under 2.5 shots on goal. So we've said this before, but based on the way that Underdog Fantasy works, any 5-pick entry, you're getting the implied odds, implied price of minus 122. 5 picks, you're getting implied odds of minus 122 in a 5-pick entry. And the reason that's the case is if we go ahead and we head over to a parlay calculator on Underdog Fantasy, if you can imagine you had a 5-leg parlay where every leg was minus 122, you'd be betting $1 to win $19.95. $1 to win roughly 20. 5 picks, all at minus 122 odds. If you had a 5-leg parlay on any sports book where every bet were minus 122, your parlay would come out 1 to win 20. 5 picks to win 20 bucks. Now on Underdog Fantasy, what you're going to notice is any 5-leg parlay you create. So if we just very quickly select 5 picks, doesn't matter if you take overs or unders, you're going to see 1 to win 20. Doesn't matter if you take overs or unders. So essentially the way this platform works is they just give you minus 122 implied odds on any 5-leg parlay. Any 5-leg parlay you create, you're betting 1 to win 20, 10, to win 200, whatever. You're 20xing your money. So you're getting minus 122 juice. So what I try to do, and what I recommend you do, is you use data. You can browse odds for free on OddsJam, is you hunt for value at minus 122, right? So for example, Alex Tuch, right? You don't want to take his over 2.5 shots on goal at minus 122 on Underdog. Why would you want to do that, considering you can get plus 102 on FanDuel? Same thing here, right? Tage Thompson, you can see. Long story short, as a sharp bettor, you want to use all this data and hunt for value, right? You want to use all this market information, treat OddsJam as your Bloomberg terminal, and look for those soft spots on sportsbooks. Where's Underdog Fantasy screwing up? Where are they slipping up? Where can I find value, right? Here's an example of one that you can see kind of available is Andrei, Svechnikov. I guess that's his name. Like the over 2.5 is juice. Some sports books have his line at 3.5 shots on goal. On Underdog, you can get over 3, maybe a tiny bit of value considering Prize Picks has the line at 3.5. Long story short, you're scanning all this data. You're looking for value, right? And you can browse data in a bunch of different ways. Kind of on OddsJam, we have this like classical, what I call screen view. Just kind of lets you see every game for a specific market side by side. Or you can dig specifically into one game, one market, kind of like this, and see every player for that specific game. So the EV tool identified this bet as the most profitable one. So we need 5 positive EV bets. We need 5 bets with an edge on Underdog for a 5-pick entry. But of course, you can also just play a 3-pick entry. 3-pick and 5-pick entries both are at minus 122 implied odds, which is much more advantageous than a 2-pick entry where you're betting at minus 137. Like this play, being able to get Dylan Cousins under 2.5 shots on goal at minus 122 is absolutely insane. Every sportsbook has this minus 165 to minus 174. The profit margin of this play is 7.3%. I mean, you're just getting so much improvement from the market. You have all these data points, all these sportsbooks are data points telling you, hey, based on our models, based on all the action we're seeing in the market, the millions of dollars bet on the NHL tonight, here's what we believe this line should be set at. And all these sportsbooks are doing that independently. So it's very clear we have super high confidence when all the sportsbooks are pricing a bet at minus 170-ish, that minus 122 is ridiculous value. Next play, I already went through this, so I don't want to dwell on it, but it's going to be Halliburton under 2.5 shots, threes. I apologize. Once again, all the sportsbooks have the under juiced. The under's very favored. This bet's less profitable, lower profit margin, but I mean, hey, you can't expect 7.3% profit margin bets all the time on Underdog, right? So you can sort by percentage, which I typically do. And here you can see I'm just filtering to see Underdog Fantasy. And then, of course, you want to take the highest profit margin bets first. Like, there is no reason you should not be all over this play on Underdog. It's just math, right? Follow math, follow numbers. You'll make more money sports betting. Stop trusting your gut. That's BS, right? So next we have an NFL play. Boom, right? So if you had Bet365, you could play it on Bet365 at minus 110. That would be an incredible bet. Unfortunately, I don't have that sportsbook in my location. But I still want to look at the odds from Bet365 because more data means more information, means more power, more better betting decisions as a sports bettor. So I still bet this at minus 122. A little naughty just because there is a sportsbook offering minus 110. But hey, still pretty good confidence that this play is really profitable. And you need 5 picks for a 5-pick entry. And this play's an absolute banger. So good positive EV bet here. Then here we have Desmond Bain over. So we finally have an over 3.5 shots on goal. Following the numbers, following the math, it's the easiest way to make money sports betting. Scanning the market for value, inefficiencies. That's what you should be doing. Historical data is irrelevant. Keldon Johnson, under 3.5 assists. Boom. 5 picks. You can see on DraftKings, all 5 of these picks. It's a 5-pick parlay. So it looks like it closed, but it was to win 3K or whatever it is. And you can see on Underdog, boom, 3 picks, 5 picks, I apologize, to win 5K. Under, higher, under. The exact picks, literally just picking off, going straight down the EV page. So hopefully you found this video helpful. Let's make some money.